What is up, y'all? It is the Karmic DF from TikTok, back to you again with another video. This time we're going to look into the dynamic between Josh Peck and Jennette McCurdy, because Jennette McCurdy wrote that book about her mom, and if you follow Sloan's YouTube, then you probably saw his video where they talked about this crap, what was it? A podcast that should have happened but didn't. So I want to take a look at more so like their connection in general, because we see a theme here with the females, the young female stars, not having an issue, or having a big issue with Dan S., if you know what I'm talking about. But Josh Peck was cool with him. We had a couple of other kid stars that also said that they didn't see any bad in Dan. So I'm kind of curious if Josh is, you know, pretending to be a good guy. The podcast was called Good Guy, and, you know, good guys that say they're good guys, they're usually not good guys. So I'm a little curious of what really went down. So my intention with this reading is to find out what was the dynamic between Josh and Jennette, preferably during that podcast, if we can figure out what happened during that podcast. But if not, then just in general, where's this tension coming from? Weren't they close, and what happened? So spirit guides, ancient ancestors, angels, please come through. I'm hearing the song I'm Way Too Good at Goodbyes. Take it. I'm going to leave it. If it's meant to be, it'll come out. What I'm seeing almost is I'm seeing is Josh's face and him kind of like shielding his face, and I'm hearing shame and guilt. I wouldn't be shocked if the boys kind of knew, or they know, like, now looking back, they're like, oh, that makes sense. But there's some that are just like, you know, because it wasn't bad for them, it's kind of hard to empathize, which isn't good at all. Like, you should be able to empathize with your female co-stars, but it's just kind of given this. Okay, let me shuffle this one more time. Okay, so this is what Spirit's kind of giving me. If you have siblings, right? So let's say a brother and a sister, and you have a narcissistic parent, and then like the enabler. Now, I mean, they could be healthy parents too, but still, what matters is them being toxic, right? Because Dan, toxic. Those two kids grow up with completely different experiences. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of the vibe that it's giving me. It's like they're drawing me to Jamie Lynn Spears, and I'm having trouble talking. Oh my God. Yeah, this feels like Josh kind of put the pieces together when he got older, but his situation was different. I'm seeing Jamie Lynn and Brittany. It's like we both came from the same place, but we had very different experiences. So what I kind of feel is like I'm seeing a gym room locker. I feel like Dan was methodical in getting the boys to like him. I'm hearing because he knew this day would come, or he was preparing for this day to come, at least. Like, at least I have the boys on my side, because it feels like he was fixated more towards the girls. All right, so we don't want to focus too much on his energy because that's not good. But let's see what went down between Josh and Jen. I just heard it's not worth the risk. Someone had too much on their plate. I don't want to change. Did someone go? Was there a breakup or something? Who's this Queen of Pentacles? Is this Jennette? This is giving me like, I got my wish. Oh, okay. I got my wish fulfillment. I'm disconnected from someone that I was attached to, and now I'm focusing on my money. Okay, so this feels like Jennette's energy just in general. Like, I'm in a good place now. I've detached from the things that once hurt me, and now I've created stability from it. So what is this resistance to change, not putting the work in? Juggling responsibilities. Someone can hold a grudge, because I'm hearing the song, It's Too Late to Apologize. This was not about money. This was about speaking truth. Okay, so this kind of feels like, I'm going to be honest, I'm hearing opportunist. I don't feel like, I feel like she knew what was up. This is kind of giving me the energy of like, because what I'm seeing is money. I'm not seeing emotions involved in this. I feel like, again, like I want, like look at how he's side-eyeing this abundant cup right here. It's just kind of giving me this energy of like, I see what this, yeah, because I'm hearing the song, What Have You Done For Me Lately? And didn't he say in the Good Guys podcast, like, you owe me? He saw her as an opportunity to create finances. I feel like she knew that. Whether it was said prior to what he said after the fact, it's just giving this energy of like, here I am disconnected from something that I was forever attached to, that I dreamed of getting away from. Now I'm creating abundance from it, and I'm here to talk about it, but you only see me as a means to make money. Like, this feels like I'm hearing lover scorned, except it's more friends. It's like, I thought you were my friend. I thought you had my back. I thought you were there for me, but you only see me as a means to an end. This feels like Josh puts on a front. He's not a nice guy, if I'm going to be real with you. Like, as I'm saying that, I'm being drawn to my skull crystal, which is just giving me this energy of like, I will, yeah, I'm hearing energy vampire. I will just suck the life out of you for my own benefit. He's a Scorpio. This honestly gives me unevolved Scorpio vibes for sure. It's like, he's definitely butthurt that it didn't happen, because he really does feel like she screwed him over. He really does believe that he's entitled to her story and entitled to releasing it. It's very toxic masculinity. I'm going to be honest with you. He's not better than Drake. He's just the lesser of two evils. He's the lesser of two evils. There was something going on here where, because I'm hearing the song, it's not about the money, we don't need no money. I think there was an argument in regards to money. She wanted to tell her story. He saw this as a means to an end, financial gain. I'm just trying to be bold. Equal opportunity with a close friend. It's a win-win for both of us. We're childhood friends. This is nostalgia. This is something. She was happy about this. She was looking forward to this. She was excited about this. Where did it go wrong? Okay. I wonder if I'm hearing like she worked hard for her money, and I'm feeling this energy of like he gave her a run for her money. I wonder if he maybe clapped back. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting, where like maybe he was rude, almost like she was there to tell her story, and he made it feel like what I'm seeing, this is so hard to explain. What I'm seeing is like two people running for president, like bickering with one another. It's giving me that, but that's not how it should be for a podcast about your story in regards to the abuse of your parent and then the abuse of the industry. I feel like he clapped back. That's the only way I know how to explain it. I feel like she went into this like, you're going to be my friend. I'm going to tell my story. You're going to support me, help me get my book out. And he came into this like, you're going to help me make money. Some of the things that I don't agree with, if I don't agree with them, I'm going to say something. And it's just toxic because it's like, I thought you were my friend. I thought you had my back. Like, Six of Cups. This is like, look at these two innocent little kids. And look, notice how, like, there's one that's bigger than the other. It's kind of like, you should have been there for me. It's giving me, like, big brother energy where it's like, how do you not have my back? How did I not see this coming? It's giving me very, I don't want to accept what happened, so I'm going to combat you instead of listening to you. You know, like people that argue for the sake of arguing, not to actually hear each other. I don't think he ever wanted to really hear her story and open his mind to the idea that someone that he was totally cool with could do something so horrific to anyone else. It's giving me like, yeah, I'm seeing hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Those monkeys, I'm seeing that right now. Yeah, and now I'm being drawn to the Three of Wands where it's like, I knew there was more going on behind the surface. I turned a blind eye. And to the people that read cards, I know that I'm reading this more intuitively than what it's actually meant for. But if you want to read this literally too, I mean, she thought this was a contract that benefited both of them, but that also brought back nostalgia because they were close. She was passionate about this. And then it's like, my voice is being blocked while I'm trying to move forward. Here's this catastrophic event because her voice is being blocked. I feel like he argued with her or like, because like I'm hearing like, are you sure? Like explain that, roll that back. It's almost, again, it's giving me like that politician energy of like, you have to defend yourself. I feel like she was on the defense. Yeah, because now I'm seeing football. She was on the defense. This was not an equal exchange of two friends speaking. This was an interrogation almost. Yet now I feel like I'm alone in this. I got to disconnect from someone I thought was part of my tribe, part of my team. Oh my God, look at this. I'm so glad. Ugh. Can you see this? Cult-like brainwashed right there. Cult-like brainwashed. This guy refuses to see who Dan really is. It's like Dan was kind of a god to him, if I'm being honest. Like I'm hearing boys will be boys. And that's not healthy, by the way. But he got a different experience with this man, so he can't relate to her, but that still doesn't justify it. You know what I mean? I feel like he doesn't believe her, if I'm being honest, if I'm being really real with you. But like from an outside perspective, because like my spirit guides are bringing me to like to the energy of Libra where it's like see both sides. He got a completely different experience. You have to understand that both of these kids were brainwashed in completely different ways. I'm not saying that it's okay that Josh is not accepting what her reality is, but I am saying that he's brainwashed, so it is hard for him to accept it. It's like, imagine the person that you admire most in the world, the person that you would give your kidney to, and then you found out they did the most horrific crap in the world, and you guys were close, like a bond that's unbreakable, and then someone tells you all this crap. Like, that's going to be hard for you to accept, but it doesn't make it right for him to not hear her. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making an excuse for how he's behaving. He should be having her back. That it just, you should. There's too many people coming out for you not to have her back. But just so you can understand how the psyche works. You know what I mean? I don't want you guys to come out of this in like black and white mindset of like, he's evil, this, that, and the third. You have to understand things are much more complex. And whether or not, it's not about whose trauma was worse. Josh should step up to the plate, but you also have to realize Josh was traumatized in his own way. He grew up in more of like a cult where he was taught that this guy was amazing and a god. And so he just doesn't get it. His mind cannot he can't wrap his mind around the idea. So he just kind of blocks it out. I just keep seeing like shielding my eyes. I don't want to know. Yeah, I'm hearing the song I Don't Want to Know. I think it's by Mario. Yeah. It was too much of a burden for her. He wasn't hearing her. It was all about him. I think he made it really obvious too that he didn't care. If I'm being real with you, this is so unevolved Scorpio if I've ever seen it. Oh my God. It's just very much like, well, like, how does this benefit me? This isn't exciting. It's just like, he was bored, and it's just like, maybe is Dan in the book? Well, no, I think it says the creator, right? So he is in the book. I feel like that's where it went awry. It's not that he was against her telling the story of her mom. It's that once we stepped into anything else, he tapped out. He tapped out emotionally. He was like, this is too much of a burden for me. I don't want to deal with this. And she realized that, and it was just like, you don't give a shit about me or my story. I think she realized in that moment that he was not a friend. He did not care about her. He only cared about bringing in money and things that excited him. It was not about sharing her story. She realized that it was a transactional friendship slash, you know, a type of relationship. And I feel like that was it for her. Yeah, she didn't want to deal with it anymore. She was just like, I'm over this. It's like, I've accepted what's happened. I'm ready to tell my story. I'm ready to put my full self out there, and the people that I feel like I can rely on are holding me back from telling my truth, from living and telling my story. And I have to like, just take this. I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue. I just want to remove myself. I'm done. You know, it's just giving me, she's a Cancer. Yeah, it's just giving me like this hurts my heart. So I'm just going to remove myself from it and screw you. You know what I mean? It's just, I think it broke her a little bit to realize that, again, for him, it was about money. It was not about caring about her. It was not about telling her story. Yeah, he was way more concerned about making his money, and she was more concerned about telling her story. Their means, what they wanted, was not the same. Yep. And this for her was like the end of this relationship. It was just because I believe I believe they're saying that she blocked him or could have blocked him, or he said that, whatever. But for her, it was like, this chapter's over for me too. I can't rely on you. I know who I got, but like, I think this made her second guess any relationships that she has with people that she could potentially think she's close with in that industry. I think this kind of woke her up to realize that most people are out for the money and not actually out to be there for you. She knows who her tribe is, and it's unfortunately other people that have been through what she's been through. It's not going to be the people that got the experience that Josh did. Yeah, she realized that he's not there for her. It was just, it was a means to an end. It was just, you can help increase my finances. I'm going to use this to my advantage. This benefited him. That's all this was, and she knew that. And it broke her. Yeah, emotionally immature. He didn't give a shit. This is him. Emotionally immature. It was just like, I don't really care about your story. She realized it was a bad idea to go to him, and she was like, nope, you're not the one that's going to tell my story, because you're only in it for the money. You're no good. I'm hearing the song, you're no good, you're no good, you're no good, baby, you're no good. So I'm going to pull a couple oracles to finish this. But yeah, I hate to say it, but this whole time, for my millennials, I'm really sorry. We all thought that Josh was the good guy. I think he just hid his toxicity better than Drake. That's really disappointing. Let's see if we can get some final messages from the dark mirror. I'm a little nervous to tap into this energy, but we'll see what we get. Spirit guides, final messages in regards to the issue that happened, I guess, probably during the podcast. What main messages do we need to know, Spirit, please? Oh my God. I feel like there was an altercation. Like, I feel like voices were raised because the way I'm having trouble talking, I feel so, like, out of my element and uncomfortable and, like, I don't know. I feel like he put her in a really uncomfortable position. One more time, Spirit. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. He wanted to exploit her just like everybody else. Just like everybody else. Yeah, with this, I feel like this is just basically what I said. It's like, I wanted to be vulnerable. I wanted to tell my story. I felt like I could trust you and be completely open with myself and my situation. I was ready to put myself out there, and you shot me down, and now I'm furious because I realize who you are now. I realize what you were really aiming for. Like, I'm being drawn to just all the red and gold, like the red for anger and the gold for, like, the money. It's just like they came in two separate energies. Yeah, she regrets ever making the decision to even make any content with him. She realized that I want you to notice, like, these, it's just like he's an energy vampire. Again, I just keep hearing the song, What Have You Done For Me Lately? And I know he did say, like, you owe me, but that's literally his personality. That's his personality. He did not give a shit to tell her story. It was never about her. It was always about siphoning what he could get to make his own money. That's all it was ever about. Yeah, what did I just say? Siphoning her energy, colorless angel. He didn't care about her. He didn't care. He just wanted something that was going to make him relevant. Yep, forgetting oneself. He didn't care. Nope, that man did not care about her. He just wanted something to make him relevant because Jennette has been really relevant lately and he has not. Fated to suffer. I'm not getting anything too negative with that. I'm getting more so, like, I'm being drawn to the imagery. Spirit just showing me how, like that Adam and Eve thing of being, like, drawn into the apple that's toxic. It's like she realized that she keeps being drawn into these toxic people that don't have her best interest at heart. It was kind of like a shot. I'm hearing shot through the heart and you're to blame. It's like she realized that I'm hearing, like, I ain't got nobody that I can depend on, just me, myself, and I. I think it really broke her heart. I think what's not the reason that podcast didn't come out is they were coming from two different places. I think he genuinely is that clueless where he probably still does not get why she doesn't want anything to do with him. I really think he's that dumb. Because in my head, it's like I can almost hear him going, like, I don't understand why she's so upset. Like, it benefits both of us. Like, I was helping her get her book out, but she was hurt because she was coming at it in a way of, like, you're my friend. I thought you cared about me. I thought you would empathize with me. And what I'm getting is more of a combative energy when anything that involves something that he was also a part of but had a different experience, he couldn't budge. It's, a Scorpio being a fixed sign. It's like, this was my experience. I'm refusing to see yours. And that is where that breakdown of their relationship happened because he just didn't want to see it. And so I'm going to leave it with that. So I hope that was interesting. Let me know what you guys want to see as well, because I really do enjoy looking into the dynamics of these people and breaking down why they behave the way they do, because not only is it entertaining, but then we can start to understand why people act the way that they do. And then we can stop taking it personal and start to understand, and then free ourselves in the meantime. But I hope you enjoyed this morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. If you enjoyed it, please like it. Give a comment down below if you enjoyed it, as well as letting me know what other type of content you'd like to watch. And subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys in another reading or another spiritual video. Thank you guys so much.